We're sitting here at brunch again.
Made some waffles.
Ready to discuss last night's episode.
Bachelor Brunch episode 2.
We've been saving this bottle of champagne for like over a year. We've just been waiting for a special occasion.
Shout out to Kelsey for the Dom.
Wait, too obvious. Don't say her.
I mean, come on. We all know that was probably the best part of the episode last night.
I have never laughed so hard watching The Bachelor, ever.
She literally was just dying on the couch.
Crying.
We're just like waiting.
Literal tears.
So good.
Oh man, it just kept getting better too.
Okay, well let's kick it off by...
You open it, I'm scared.
Okay. Yeah, maybe
back up.
Let's back up a little bit. So yeah, it was obviously, I think, the best part of the episode. It was hilarious. You saw it coming from a mile away that something was going to go wrong, and then when Hannah Ann swooped in there, it just reminded me of all that whole situation on our date with
the stargazing.
The stargazing setup, which is the same. It's like right out of the Bachelor playbook, which is hilarious. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Woo!
Oh my gosh! Hopefully that's like Alessia. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. We still have our Christmas tree up.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
I'm just gonna pull the card out. We have a baby.
Okay, you first.
We don't have time. We'll get to it eventually.
A shout out to the Della fam and Della vlogs for the awesome glasses.
Oh yeah.
Love you, baby.
Okay, anywho.
All right, let's dive into this.
So, in the beginning of the episode,
started off the episode, obviously the last episode ended on a cliffhanger. I felt that the whole Hannah and Peter thing is very dramatic, but I actually, I was really surprised that Peter didn't kiss Hannah. I totally thought he was going to kiss her, and that would have just sent him in a downward spiral. So I'm actually like proud of that guy for not kissing her, because I knew that he probably really wanted to. And Hannah, I feel like, is still out of place with being there and not really expressing herself or really telling Peter what she wants. She's sort of leaving it up to Peter to make the decision. I don't know, what do you think?
I don't know. I thought it was very uncomfortable to watch.
What do you guys think? I want you guys to drop a comment, because last week we did this video and we had a lot of feedback on the whole Hannah-Peter situation. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sticking to my guns on what I said last week. I think that she shouldn't be there.
But I have a feeling, do you think she's going to come back?
Oh, I told you she's coming back that episode. I definitely think she's coming back.
I feel like they left it a little bit like, oh, I'm over it now.
Like they
didn't interview Hannah that much.
They didn't even say I'm over it. It was just like left open-ended.
Yeah, he said it to a couple of the girls. He was like, Hannah's in my past now.
But not to each other.
Not to each other. That's true. That is very true.
So
let's
I
drink on
definitely
that.
think she's coming back. We'll see.
Oh man. So let's do this little game.
Okay. So I have a game. It's called Do or Do Not. And Arie and I both have lists of things you should or should not do during the beginning of a relationship / first date. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So number 1, do or do not talk about your deepest, darkest secret.
Are we talking in Bachelor world or in real life? Stick to Bachelor world.
Okay, Bachelor.
Okay, I think on the Bachelor, yes.
Your deepest, darkest secret the first time.
I feel
that
like
you get a minute to talk.
On a first date. On a Bachelor first date, if you have a one-on-one, I feel like you have to really...
Alright, well at this point in the season, not many people have had first dates.
Okay, then no. Heck no. Okay. Wait until you get a first date.
We're talking like episode 2.
Don't.
Do or do not.
Okay, do not.
Number 2, cry.
Situational.
This is quick, rapid fire.
Do not.
Okay, kiss him.
Do.
Talk about your lady parts.
What? Do not. Oh.
I mean, they've done it already.
No.
Okay, so number 5, tell him you want to be his wife.
Do not.
Okay. Talk about exes.
Do not.
Yell at someone in front of him.
Yeah. I guess do not. Basically,
so
don't do anything.
Do any of those. Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right, my turn.
Okay. Kiss in front of other women.
Do.
Do? So do what Victoria did.
I mean, I wish that I had done that just because I feel like it would have showed you something.
Okay.
But it definitely like stirs the pot for the girls in the house.
Okay, tell other women about your date that you went on.
Do not.
Do
not.
Not
too much. Not too much.
Not too much. Okay. Stir the pot, Hannah Ann.
You mean tell him about other people?
Yeah.
No, do not.
Because I feel like that was a bad look. She didn't need to do that.
It never works out in your favor.
Never does. So if you're a contestant on The Bachelor, don't tell The Bachelor about all your drama. Just keep it in the house. Okay. As The Bachelor, would you get mixed up in the drama like Peter had to do?
I mean, I'm the wrong person to ask about this. I would say...
I mean, from your perspective.
From my perspective?
Would it be nice if The Bachelor sided with one person over another person in the house?
I think if you're going to side with someone, you should just send the other one packing because...
That's a good point.
You're never going to gain that trust back with that other person.
And he didn't send Kelsey home, right? It left us on a cliffhanger, actually. That's right. That's how it ended.
All right, that was it. Next one was, I mean, he canceled the date. And I think one girl just like totally stood out at that moment.
Okay, I know who you're gonna say.
Natasha.
Yeah.
She's like my absolute fave. She's so funny and she just says whatever comes to mind and I love it.
She's the best. I think she's great for the show. I don't know if her and Peter have a connection. I don't think they do. But, you know, fast forward to the end of the episode, we saw her
She's still there. Yeah,
we saw her in like the tease for the rest of the season. So I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, let's dive into the whole champagne thing because it was so good.
Well, they show the trailer and she's drinking the champagne. It goes all over her face. So the whole time I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna happen now. It's gonna happen now. And that wasn't even the end of it.
Yeah.
I was like, they really outdid themselves with that one. Like,
well, okay, so from a Bachelor perspective, when you're walking around and you see like a little setup, I'll say I did the same exact thing when we had our first kiss, was because I saw this whole setup and I'm like, oh, production's so nice. They've made a little... I did
the same thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I asked for this. They told me I couldn't have it, but they did it. How
so
sweet.
It was super innocent that they stumbled upon a bottle of champagne and a blanket. I mean, that's sort of like, you know, I don't know, not to be expected, but these things happen in Bachelor world. All of a sudden there's a bottle of champagne and a blanket and you just sit down and you're like, oh, this is great. Mm-hmm. So I really don't feel like Hannah Ann really did it maliciously. I feel like she just was sort of following Peter's lead. He sat and then opened a bottle of champagne. I feel like it was super innocent. I feel like Kelsey just like took it like... She really like, I don't know. I think she was feeling insecure in general and then that just like sent her over the edge.
Definitely. I think, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was hilarious how the whole thing played out, and there was another bottle of champagne set up somewhere else, and then, I mean, it couldn't have gone any worse for her.
I'm having flashbacks to the part where she's like talking about how special this bottle was, and then she hears the pop in the background, she's like, what was that?
Her face was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, poor Hannah Ann. She was just an innocent bystander in that. After that,
the group date?
Yeah.
No rose ceremony.
Okay.
They had the rose ceremony. A couple girls went home that I don't remember. I'm so sorry.
Lauren with the good outfits.
Oh, Lauren with the good outfits. And she's so cute too.
No, she was
maybe
like,
there just wasn't anything there.
She was like the Cien.
I know. She was like...
It's like classy, beautiful, put together, but it's a shame.
So, Lauren, if you're watching this, Lauren really admires your outfits and would probably want to hang out with you at some point. Bachelor Nation, and we all hang out with each other.
Yeah, so the next thing that happened was the Revolve group date.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was a really fun group date. If I were there, I would have been stoked. I love Revolve.
Yeah, you do love Revolve.
I thought it was just interesting. It kind of reminded me of our wrestling date, how like certain people are helped to stand out. Like Hannah Ann came in with the wedding dress on.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Revolve doesn't carry wedding dresses.
yeah, okay. All right. Very true. She had a ton of confidence though. Like you could tell that she's probably walked down a runway. I don't know. Maybe not. But she had a lot of confidence. Mm-hmm. I think the Victoria thing was kind of interesting. Like she was like, oh, you know, like she's so shy and insecure, but she's obviously a beautiful woman. So it's just kind of funny how she was so terrified to walk down the runway.
Yeah.
And then she just came out in lingerie. Like, what? Like, that was...
I mean, she owned it.
She did own it, but what do you feel?
It was like...
What did it make you feel?
From one extreme to the other, it was like... It was stressing me out seeing how stressed she was. Like, I started feeling insecure just watching it.
Yeah.
And then when she walked out in the lingerie and just like dominated, I was like, go, go.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, cool. She owned it. She did it. I'm proud of her.
And I feel like that little talk they had at the after party was really interesting to me because I'm always thinking about the show and like how it's run. So normally when you're like sitting at a table, they have like the lighting and everything's perfect and they want you to, you know, kind of stay in your little...
Oh, you're talking about the after party.
The after party. You know how they kind of want you to like stay in your little spot because they have it all lit and they have all the camera guys like in their places. So as a bachelor, you know, like you're not really supposed to like grab somebody and just take somebody into another area because it's not lit. But by him just doing that gives her a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
I remember this like moment in our time on the show when we were sitting by this fire and you were just like, I could tell you were all tense and I was like, let's go for a walk. And I just remember hearing all the camera guys like scurry and everyone's freaking out on radios because they don't really like that. They don't want you to make your own, you know, sort of date. They want you to stick to a structure. So,
yeah. Just by him doing that showed me that she means a lot to him.
Yeah.
Because he's going against what he should be doing to make her feel comfortable.
Exactly.
And I think it just makes me relate to what we went through on our season because you would do that too.
Exactly. So that showed me a little bit of a clue. Well, let's talk about the end of the show.
Okay.
The preview for the season, which was, I gotta say, insane.
It was hilarious. There was so much drama happening there.
Lauren and I rewound it and watched it like 3 times.
I don't know what happens to the girl in the end, but Chris Harrison was dramatic. All the other producers were dramatic. Peter's like crying on the bed. I think someone died.
Oh my god.
Like what else could have happened?
That's morbid. Okay, you want to hear my theory? I'm spoiler free, by the way. We both have not dived into any spoilers. I think that he sleeps with someone because it's obviously like they keep teasing that he sleeps with somebody, and then the person he really wants to end up with leaves, and because of that, and then that's when his mom's like, I can't even do the impression. I won't do it because it's not that good. But she's like, go after her.
You said you weren't gonna do it.
That's not my full impression. My full one's actually pretty awesome. But so I feel like he sleeps with somebody. The girl he really wants to pick leaves, and then he's ready to go out and propose, you know, on the whole Bachelor setup, and she's not there. That's why Chris is like, I have something to tell you. So
then there's gonna be like a 4-hour finale of us following him back to her house.
He's gonna run to her.
We'll see.
Hey, I feel like that's pretty romantic.
Do you? Alright, well, so, I think that's all we've got.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Now. Alexi's gonna wake up soon. Gotta go take care of that little munchkin.
So comment below on some of the stuff, some of the questions. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you guys want to see more of. Obviously, subscribe, click, like, do the bell thing. I don't really know
all the YouTube things.
We don't really know YouTube. We're starting this thing because we want to interact more with you guys. So
that's it.
That's it.
See you again next week.
Cheers, guys.